Hey everybody, welcome back to the flight deck. We are in Phoenix, Arizona, carrying on with our Crossing America tour, and we are off to the great state of Texas, heading over to DFW today in this American Airlines A320. About a 2-hour flight, shouldn't be too bad. Weather seems to be pretty decent down here in the southern US, so let's hop on board and we'll get everything set up and ready to go. Alrighty, we're on board here. Busy here today. A couple airplanes have landed in the last couple minutes. So, parking brake is set, chocks have been removed, ground power unit is connected, throttles are at idle, engine master is off, ignition's normal, batteries are both on, generator switches are both on, and we are up on the adheres. So we'll start getting our panels turned up. We'll see if an interesting little quirk has happened in the last couple flights I've done. At some point, all the buttons stop working, and then a little while later, there's a massive series of clicks after all the buttons I've tried to do click over, and everything turns on again. So we'll see how that works out for us this time. I'm not sure what's causing that, but I've talked to a couple other people who have had the same thing. So we will see what happens. So flaps are up, landing gears down, spoilers are retracted, fuel quantity looks good. There's seat belts and portable devices coming on. And cabin crew, you can begin boarding when you are ready. Time to come and check the weather. No, first we got to go in here and we're going to request our flight plan. There we go. Everything is looking good there. So we'll come over here and in here. Weather requests. So we're going to request the weather there from both our arriving and departing airports. So everyone's starting to get on board. So we'll send that off, and while we do that, we'll continue entering in our information. So zero fuel weight today, 57.8 tons, and our center of gravity is 29.57. And our block fuel for today's flight is 8.2. That's a little bit less, 8.1. We'll go with 8.1. And our trip wind today is a hefty tailwind of 50 knots. We are flying east at the moment, and in the northern hemisphere that usually means a tailwind, although not always. Fuel prediction, 4.3 tons, 2.9 tons if we go to our alternate, which is Houston. So that is now set up. We'll go over to our flight plan. And we will be departing on runway 26. And using the Broke 1 departure via Maxo. Alright, so that's now all entered in. We will be arriving on runway 36 right in Dallas. A lot of runways down here. It's 36 right. And we were going in on the UKW5. UKW5. I'll insert that. And that is all entered in. Let's go back and take a quick look at the weather before we do our performance page. So the weather here is winds 240 at 10 knots, 10 miles visibility, few clouds at 10,000 feet, scattered at 12,000 feet, 22 degrees. Everything else is fine. And our altimeters are 2973. So we'll go up and set those. 2973. And we'll set our standby as well. Two 973. Turn the brightness of these up a little bit. Alright. So current weather in Dallas. Winds are 010 at 14 knots. A little bit of scattered overcast at 1,600 feet. It's -4. Ooh. Interesting. -4 in Dallas. Alright, so 18,000 feet will be the
gentlemen, I would love to welcome you
transition altitude.
When you find your seat, please be sure to place your larger carry-on items in the overhead bins and smaller items underneath.
Flaps are up with 0.1 on the trim.
Row, please place all of your items
Flexing to 65 today.
Trouble finding a location for your carry-on items,
so that gives us a V1 of 133, 134, and 136, 138. So we're a little bit heavy today.
Once all your items are put away, please clear the aisle and sit down.
And our altitude's a little bit higher as well. 2 minutes to go on the alignment, so we will start our APU up.
Please make sure you are willing and able to perform the actions required. If you are not able or prefer not to perform these actions, please let a flight attendant know so you can be reseated. You are free to use your portable electronic devices during the boarding process. We ask that larger electronic devices are stowed once we depart from the gate.
Catering's working, and I think the last of the bags are on their way out. Take a look outside. Oh, looks like bags are done actually. Ah, no, there he goes. Oop. Come back inside the cockpit as we continue to get ready. So I'll show you our route for today. And there we go. So we're going to be taking off from over here in Phoenix, basically making a turn, flying slightly north, flying along into Texas, and down here towards Dallas. Pretty much a straightforward route. Our departure out of here, this is the SID, so we're going to take off. We'll be making a left turn around and coming up and then flying out, and our arrival will be on the This is UKW, but then it's Bowie 5 arrival. Okay, that's weird. Let's see if we come down here to the flight plan. Let's see if we can figure out which one it is. So we're coming in on TXO here. And we'll be flying down this way, coming down, and then we make the turn further south, and then we get
We're ready to go when you
down
are.
to the arrival. So it sounds like the cabin's ready to go. They're just waiting on the bags.
Cockpit to ground.
Go ahead, flight deck.
We will be ready shortly.
Okay, I will hold.
All right. So we will put away the charts. There we go. And the bags are done. So APU is up and running and is available. So APU will come on. We'll turn the air on in the back. Cabin oxygen exits are armed. Fuel pumps coming on. External power disconnected. I should be pulling the jetway away now. There she goes.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome aboard Flight 5556 with service to Texas. Our flight time
Cockpit to
will be
ground.
roughly 1
Go ahead, flight
hour
deck.
and
We are ready for
52
pushback and
minutes.
engine start.
Now that the cabin
Roger.
door is
Release
closed,
the parking
make
brakes,
sure that
please.
all devices
Tail
are in
left.
airplane mode and your large devices are now shut down and
Parking
stayed.
brakes released.
Please
Pushing
fasten
back.
your seatbelt and make sure that all tray tables and seat backs are in a full upright and locked position for departure. Cabin crew, prepare cabin for departure.
Alright, so the engines are ready to start. Beacon goes on. Transponder set to 2000 and TARA. Beacon is on, emergency lights are on, FMC is done, departure briefing is done. Doors are done, APU is on, APU bleeds are on, APU generators, thrust levers are idle, engine area is clear, fuel pumps are on, mode selector is on ignition.
You are clear behind, and you can start your engines at your discretion.
Ladies and gentlemen, please direct your attention to the front of the aircraft for a safety demonstration. When the seatbelt light is on, please make sure that your seatbelt is fastened low and tight across your lap.
Starting
To
engine one.
fasten, insert the metal fittings into one another. Tighten by pulling on the loose end of the strap. To release your seatbelt, lift the upper portion of the buckle. In the event that the seatbelt light is not on, we suggest that you keep your seatbelt fastened in case of unexpected turbulence. Please take a few moments to now locate one of the several emergency exits on this aircraft. In some cases, your nearest exit may be behind you. In case of an emergency and we need to evacuate the aircraft,
Pushback
there is
complete.
lighting on
Set
the
parking
floor that will
brakes,
guide
please.
you towards the exit. In the event
Parking
that
brakes
the cabin
set.
loses
Roger.
pressure and
Okay,
oxygen
the
mask
tow bar
off
is
by
disconnected
coolant,
and the equipment is
start to
clear.
pull off,
We
you
will
can pull
see
the
you on the
mount
left
towards
side with the
Place it
pin.
firmly over your
Thanks, and you
engine
can
mount.
disconnect and go to hand
Relax
signals.
and stand
Thanks.
behind
Have a good
head.
flight.
Tighten
See you
the
later.
strap if necessary and breathe normally. Although the bag does not inflate, oxygen is flowing to the mask. If you are traveling with a child or someone who requires assistance, secure your mask first and then assist others. Leave your mask on until a member of the crew advises you it's safe to remove it. In the unlikely event of a water landing, a life vest is located in
Good
the
start,
pouch
engine
under
2,
the seat or
starting
between
engine
the
number
armrests.
1.
When instructed to do so, open the plastic pouch and remove the vest. Flip it over your head. Wrap the straps around your waist and buckle at the front. Pull the strap to tighten. To inflate the vest, pull firmly on the red cord only when exiting the aircraft. If it doesn't inflate automatically, you may blow into the mouthpiece for manual inflation. This vest is equipped with a whistle and a light. If you need to, your seat cushion can be used as a secondary flotation device. Please make sure to exit the aircraft as soon as possible and leave your belongings. Once again, all devices must be in airplane mode and your larger devices must be turned off and stowed at this time. Please securely stow your personal items. Make sure your seatbelts are fastened and seat backs and tray tables are in their full upright position. We remind you that this is a non-smoking flight. Tampering with, disabling, or destroying the smoke detectors located in the lavatories is prohibited by law. All of this information and more can be found in the safety card located in the seat back in front of you. We suggest reading this and letting a cabin member know if you have any questions. Thank you for flying with us again, and we hope you enjoy your flight.
Good start on engine number 2. Igniter will go to normal and APU bleeds off. APU is off. Pre-taxi checklist. Probes and window heats come on. Altimeter set 2973, cross check. Standby instrument set 2973. Radios and avionics are set. Autopilot is autopilot. Autopilot set, no restrictions on climb, so that's 370. Flight directors are on both sides. Auto brake set to max. Flaps are set to 1 plus F. Flight controls trim is set to 1 up, and full left, full right, neutral, full forward, full back, neutral, left rudder, right rudder, neutral. Before taxi takeoff complete, we have taxi clearance, taxi light coming on, and away we go. So parking brake comes off. So we're going to taxi to Bravo.
We're ready for departure.
And then over to then right turn and over to the end of the runway. So you're going to come up, you're going to go there, you're going to go there. It's not a long taxi, so we'll get them to sit down.
Camera crew seats for takeoff, please.
Again, little hesitations there, not sure what's doing it. Actually, we'll go down Charlie here. I'll stick on the inside. United, JetBlue, Frontier. Looks like a WestJet, maybe. Oh, Air Canada. Is that WestJet? No, it's not WestJet. Another Frontier. Alright, so it's the next left here. This is Bravo 13. It's 11,500 foot runway, so we don't need to go right to the extreme end. Alrighty. So before takeoff, parking brakes set, flight instruments are checked, engine instruments are checked, takeoff data is takeoff data is set and in the box. Landing lights on, the strobe lights are on, taxi light to take off, pitot heat not required, de-icing not required, transponder is on, PWS is on, weather radar is on, and I forgot to lock the door. There we go. And we are good to go. TCAS is popping. I'm not seeing anybody coming in. So go out and take position. Not sure what these aircraft do, these low passes over here. They are interesting. They'll do fighter maneuvers and airliners. Gotta love the AI. It's the fire hall ahead of us there, that gray building. Alright, so we're lined up. Brakes are set, throttles to 40%. Stable, brakes released, and up to flex. Or toga. It's not popping into flex these days. It's 80 knots. 100 knots. V1. Rotate. Positive rate. Gear up. It's 15 degrees. Say goodbye to Phoenix. Start nosing her down slightly. Climb thrust. Get her down to 10 degrees. Turn on course here. Up. We're accelerating and autopilot on. That'll take us over to the course marker. And there we go. So this is that left turn out around Phoenix. Speed slowly increasing. It's the bowl in the mountains where Phoenix is. 6,500 feet. Oh. And spoiler is coming off. Starting to make this turn around now. Does look nice.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are now passing through 10,000 feet. You can now turn on your larger portable electronic devices. As a reminder,
landing lights come off.
Fasten while you are seated and do not congregate in the galley or near the lavatory. This
It's pretty calm out, so
onboard
seatbelt
Wi-Fi.
signs can
If you
come
wish
off.
to connect to the Wi-Fi, you will be required to pay a small fee. We do offer complimentary in-flight TV thanks to our partners. Connect to the Wi-Fi to find out more information.
Very little wind up here at the moment. Continuing that turn around the bend. There's downtown Phoenix. We passed it on the way in. Alright, so we're basically going to climb out here and fly that route we showed you. I'll catch up with you when we're on the descent down towards Dallas. Enjoy the views.
Begun our final descent into Texas. Flight attendants will be passing through the cabin to collect any trash one final time. Please ensure tray tables are stowed and seats are in the full upright position. Please also store any carry-on items either in the seat back pocket or under the seat linen. Please complete all Wi-Fi related tasks and stow any larger electronics.
So welcome back to the cockpit. We're passing 10,000 feet and we're starting our descent. I'm going to turn that off to train radar. Clears the screen until we get lower, and I can still see the weather on the other side. Got some build up there we're going to be going through. Winds are a little bit stronger now. Temperatures dropped a little bit, pressure's going up, so seems to be a cold front coming through, a bit of a high pressure zone. But it should be all right. The winds are just 20 degrees off to the right on approach. All our information is entered in, including our ILS 11095 or 11055. All right, so we're heading in now. So the landing lights are on, landing systems are now online. Fuel is good and everything else is good as well. We're slowing down and descending. Coming down to an initial 4,000 feet. And then we're going to slowly work our way down to the intercept of 2,300. By the time we reach, which one is it? Basin. So we got a little bit to go. It's 4,000 feet for Slowco. So we're 2,800 feet to go for that descent. There's Texas. The snow's cleared. We had the snow up in the northern part of Texas. I think it's higher elevations up there. And I think that's North Texas Field, KAFW, and our airport is under those clouds there. All right. So not seeing much traffic on the TCAS, so we should be okay. There's speeds coming down. We're going to re-engage the throttles. I had them back so that we weren't accelerating on our descent. There we go. And we'll go back into Speed mode. 250 knots. Oh, a little bit of icing there, so we'll get the anti-icing on. Alright, we're going to start to level off. We're going to go into manage mode when we get up around the deceleration point here. Now, if we tune in the 113.1 on the rad nav page, 3.1, and we turn on the VOR, 16.5 miles from the airfield at the current time. Alright, you can come back. Start to level off here. And we're in the murk. There, it did say there was low cloud. Take a look at the weather again. There's your overcast at 1900 feet, so confirm approach phase, everything's entered. So that's what we're seeing here. We're in the overcast. Now the airport elevation is 600 feet, so we should break out at about 1,300 feet or so. So we're hitting the deceleration point. So we'll go into manage mode, and because we're in the approach phase, we're going to slow down to 210 knots. We'll maintain that 4,000 feet. Cruise through the murk here. So we're almost at the top of the clouds. Not a thick layer, but it is an overcast layer that we have here. A little bit of a weather bounce there. So we got another aircraft coming in. He's descending. So there's a little arrow beside the diamond, if you can see it, that's pointing down. And he's 2,300 feet, 2,200 feet. It looks like he's going to cross right in front of us. See, there's a couple others now appearing down here, heading in as well. So we're going to keep going this way. We're going to come up, and when we're approximately in line with Slowco, we'll make a left turn and arc around. Looks like this guy's going to cross right in front of us. There he is. He's 1,700 feet above. That's what the positive means. And the down arrow means he's descending. We'll probably get a warning come up. That should go orange in a second. He's 5 miles away. Alright, he might not. There, he's gone solid, which means we're within roughly 1,000 feet of each other, altitude-wise. He's descending. Not following the approved. There's another guy coming. This is a busy place. Alright, so he's now 300 feet above us. Start turning here. So 056 is going to be our final approach course. Just going to slowly start curving around here. Now there are probably 3 runways in use here, maybe 2 probably. Maybe 3. Alright, maybe that's solid as he's within 5 miles. Slowly keep edging around here. "27 miles from the airfield. We're gonna go to there. That's 90 degrees to the glide slope. Yeah, it looks like they're using the other runway there. You can see the aircraft lining up on it. So we do got that wind pushing us. We're going to go one more 10-degree notch over. There we go. Now, are there speed restrictions? No, not really. We will start slowing down shortly. Looks like we got one guy there and one guy ahead of us if he's going to be on this approach. So we're now going to angle in. You can see that spread there with the wind, how it's pushing us and how we have to adapt, and it'll now start closing in as we turn more into the wind. This guy's going to get waved off because ATC will do that for us. And I'm going to bring it over to there, and that will be for the intercept. There he is. Should get priority. See all the aircraft in front of us there. Equalizer on. There's that flashing. Going down to 2300. He's crossing in front of us. He looks like he's heading out to the other one, since he basically went left to right in front of us. Alright, yeah, he's going to the other runway, so we're clear. So we're going to flaps 1. And we're starting our descent. Gonna watch that glide slope. We don't want to get above it, or else we're not going to be able to intercept. It's 3200. Still 12 miles out. We're keeping the speed up. One aircraft ahead of us landing. Alright, so auto brake 1 spoilers are armed. Seatbelts are on. Portable devices are on. All lights are on. Should be able to turn that off now. Busy day here at Dallas. Coming up for twin. Oh, all right. Never mind. Any ice back on? We'll leave it on. And these random aircraft just flying through the glide path here. Alright, there's 2300. So that other guy is landing on the runway. Alright. Ten miles out. Now full approach mode, waiting to intercept the glide slope. Glide slope is moving. It's 1 diamond. Flaps 2. And flaps are extended. Gear going down. Glide slope captured. That's the outer marker. And gear down 3 green, flaps 3. Flaps full. Yeah, slight hesitation here. It's a big airport, lot of scenery. I am playing in 14.4 and recording in 1080. So she is a little bit chunky on frames. Clouds aren't helping. They're at ultra. It'll smooth out when we get close to the ground. Well, it should anyway. Alright, landing gears down. Autopilot is set. Go around altitude. Is set. Auto thrust is required. Landing memo. No blue. Runway is clear. We'll be departing the runway to the right. Its cargo terminal is on the left.
500. 400.
All right.
100 above. Minimum.
Landing. Reverser's green, auto brake engaged. Knots. Reverser's off. Auto brake off. Taking the high speed here at Foxtrot 4.
Welcome to Texas. The local time is 1:40 p.m. and it's currently about 25 degrees Fahrenheit. You can now use your mobile devices. Please remain seated until the aircraft has come to a complete stop and the seatbelt sign is turned off. Remember to use caution when opening the overhead bins as items may have shifted during the flight. If this is your final destination, we thank you for flying with us and we hope to see you again soon. We apologize for the delay. Please coordinate with airline staff
only by 10
regarding
minutes.
connecting flights or accommodations.
Okay, we're going to be all going over there, parking to the left of that Frontier. Flaps coming up, and the one I always forget, speed brakes retracting. Oh, welcome to Dallas Fort Worth Airport, everybody. Kind of make our own way over here. D22. Oh, here's the Hyatt. I think this is one of the handcrafted airports. Show me when we're good. And we are here. So, parking brake is set. Thrust levers are at idle. Ground contact established. Ground operations. You're gonna give me a jetway? Yes, you are. Electrical power is established. Engines 1 and 2 off. Logbook open. Logbook close. Alright. Beacon light comes off. Taxi light comes off. That'll stay on. Exterior light. Passenger lights will come off, or signs will come off. Flight directors, landing systems will all come off. Auto approach mode and auto throttle as well will come off. APU bleeds not required. Fuel pumps not required. Fuel pumps not required, so they come off. APU was never started. ECAMs are good. ADIRs will stay on. APs and batteries are good. And First Officer Roger can go say goodbye to everybody. Thanks for flying with American Airlines today. Folks, that's going to be it for this one. We continue our trip across America. That was Phoenix to Dallas. We will join you again on the next one. Hope you enjoyed. Ooh, the plane's a little bit icy there from the landing. We will see you with whatever airline's up next. Take care. Bye for now.